Part 1. White Clouds. Guardian Moon. Where the goddess dwells. Long ago, the guardian Saros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of war raged across Fodlan. Some believe that high in the sky above Saros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
The Immaculate One is someone that's kind of touched on if you go through the Golden Deer. Yeah, that's something that's not really touched on in the Blue Lion, but that is something that essentially it's considered at some point that possibly the relics are either made from either part of the Immaculate One or to some extent of that. Anyway, guys, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time...
What are you doing at this hour? Oh, I know. You are eavesdropping. I must admit that I approve.
Professor, we must remain quiet.
I see. The Flame Emperor and Monica. And the mage who rescued Monica.
What's that guy's name again?
I don't know, but if we keep listening, we might be able to find out.
An unexpected chance to hear their plans. Patience, patience. Oh, thank you. You saved me.
If you were to die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim. I'm afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something I need you to do.
Oh, of course. I am always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done. You are our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for such gruesome deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. All for a purpose.
I've got you. Finally.
Let's keep listening.
If we don't act now, we'll miss our chance.
Even if someone has overheard us, there is nothing they can do. There have always been rats in the walls, and there always will be.
No. The dagger.
What about the dagger?
No, never mind. It couldn't possibly be so. Professor, those are the ones we must destroy. They're the bastards who killed my family and Jeralt. For now, let's return to the monastery and regroup. As for the Flame Emperor's dagger, I'll hold on to it for the time being.
It's Ingrid's birthday. Let's host a tea party.
Thank you for inviting me. What a nice aroma. I really enjoy this tea. Thank you. It's a bit hot. Yes. Yes. It's a bit hot.
Place heat, like?
Sure.
Probably the middle one.
Yes. Yes. Being here calms my nerves. Oh, but I'll leave if I'm in your way.
You're not.
Yes, I agree.
Oh! That still somehow ended up being perfect tea time? Okay. There we go. We'll end
Thank
the
you for
tea
the
party.
treat. I had such a great time.
And every single time during the month, on Sundays, this is what we'll be playing. So, get used to hearing that, because you'll hear it a lot. And I really do mean a lot. Alright, so I need a reason of A to actually get that. So what I'm going to actually end up doing is changing him, which I don't have. Marketplace, item, buy. Oh, I bought advanced, not intermediate. What am I doing? Alright, he is past the test.
Huh, okay. No big deal, really.
And we'll just have him become that. Mercedes is fine, you're fine. Ingrid can kind of start, but she's at a low success rate. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for either one of these if I'm gonna get for it. Because he's actually pretty close to that, so I'll have him unlock Brawler.
Oh yeah, nailed it.
Nah, we're good there. Dorothea, you're good. You're good. You're good. 28%. I'll unlock this as well. I don't think I'll really need it, but I'll have it unlocked in case.
I passed.
Because he's getting there, honestly. He's got 28 experience left before he's mastered it. Blythe, you've got a little bit to go. But, yeah. Dimitri's actually almost done with that. He just needs to level, so... Alright, well, let's get into exploring.
If you must weep, then weep. I shall be here for you.
Thank you.
Well, it would be ridiculous to not feel anything after something like that. Go on and let it out. I am here.
And it kind of just fades out in the sense of, like, you do let it out. Which is, it's some. And this is, I'm speaking as someone who has lost quite a bit of family in his life, so it's different, honestly, with each person.
Hello there.
The closer you are to that person, it just really hits in different ways, and even people you never really knew all that much, it still hurts in its own way.
It is a shame what happened to Jeralt. I am sorry. There are no words. Leave some flowers on his grave for me. Leave some flowers.
Sorry.
You shouldn't have. For me. Thank you.
No problem.
Hello there.
Captain Jeralt's gone. He's gone. And we'd only just reunited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sure this is even harder on you. But I just can't... I can't believe... I'm so sorry. I never quite know what to say at times like these. Just don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now. Losing someone dear to you. Well, each loss is unique, but it's a feeling I know very well. That said, Professor,
And she's so right on that. Each loss is very different and unique.
Oh no.
Professor, thank you for all you have done for us. Nothing to report today.
And not in the sense of it being a good thing of unique, it's just each one of them is so different that You can't really compare each one.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think
And
this
amidst
one, yes?
all this sadness,
I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think return
they
soon,
have this
please.
cheery music going on in the market. Alright, I can't do that. No, I'm out. And that's the thing. I have to hand it to this game. I've seen that scene 3 times now. And it hits me just as hard each and every time. You know a game did a good job when you know something like that's coming and it still hurts you, no matter what.
Why? Why did he have to go and die? It's too awful. He didn't deserve it.
Do you have time for a request?
Yeah, we'll take care of it. But, yeah.
Right. Professor, I brought some flowers for Jeralt. It's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out.
And he was buried right here. Right next to the nun that he fell in love with. And you never see what her actual name is.
I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all. What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former. Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were crest-related objects I thought might be worth studying, so... There you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use.
A moment, please.
And of course, there's people like Lionheart.
Hey,
Hey, you.
Boom. It's already open. Sometimes you can get it to work like that, but sometimes you can't. Alright. I wish to make more friends, but my brother always interferes. How can I get him to back up? Try to explain it to him. No? Well, that's on my bad. A female student fled from me as in terror. Why'd she do that? I was only tending for the flowers. Try making small talk when you see her. No? I guess it was like, hey, just go find her and ask. No, that's my bad.
Excuse me. Not just Tomas, but Monica, too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we? Who are these people, really? What do they want?
I don't know. It is a good question, though. I'm gonna do Annette and Dorothea.
Singing is so much fun. I'll keep my...
I'm finding more of these.
hey.
Oh, goddess, hear my prayer.
Please receive this beloved person. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn, receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling star. That's a morning scripture from the Church of Saros. Lady Rhea taught it to me. I pray that Jeralt is happy in the next world.
No, thank you. That was really nice of you. Oh, come on.
Need something.
There we go.
This one? You're all set.
Let's get some more sword skill, and let's
This
add
one?
some heavy armor.
You're all set. See you again soon.
Yeah. Alright, so... there's no one else here. So we'll just head back out.
Well,
Let's go this direction.
I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage. But when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say. But I do know this much. Sir Jeralt must have been very proud to have you as his child.
Thank you. That was very kind. Actually, before I talk to you... yeah. Since I'm so close to doing this, it seems a bit out of sync, somewhat. But I want to see actually do this. I think Sedif, yeah, is over here.
First Tomas, now Monica. I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation. Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter. Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time. How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand.
Yours, I want to increase my sword.
excuse me. Professor, how are you holding up? I know how heavily grief weighs upon one's heart. I lost my mother some time ago. It was... forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain, as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
Let's get to rank B.
Practice yields results.
That's what I was wanting to do. For that, at least.
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
Small leather bag. And
That
it's
ring.
not-
I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Jeralt showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
There we go. I'm assuming that's yours.
I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss. It's about the weapon that killed Jeralt. Will you listen?
Yeah.
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal. Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
Not sure. Where is it?
Wherever did this turn up? Thank you for getting it back to me.
I mean, considering it was in your room, I find that a little bit difficult to believe.
I wonder who they were.
I don't know.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month. We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you. I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover. You're a very strong person.
Could really use some HP. And that's with the +5, so... And that's with the +2. Ouch. And there's a lot of that going on, so we'll go through the whole deal first. Wait. I thought it talked to... Oh, it's flame.
Professor, you have lost your father. Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
I've never been much for condolences.
Jay, thanks. Yeah, let's go back to where we were.
Professor.
Holy Scythia.
I'm sure you will pull through this, because you're so strong, Professor. Best to stay calm during such tumultuous and upsetting times. We don't know the nature of our enemies. If we underestimate them, anything could happen.
We should be careful.
Yes, I agree. I don't want to lose you too, Professor.
Would you be willing?
Yes? Can I help you? I bet you've come to invite me to your class. What with my stupendous grades and all. I would actually enjoy being in your class. Quite a lot.
Please.
This was a successful interaction, I must say. Please provide me with all the most challenging assignments. I want to be well equipped for the future.
Yay! That took a lot. Alright. Now, Lysithea is probably one of the most ridiculous characters to recruit, apparently, because good night. I'm just gonna give her a sword, because she actually gains a really good ability with her sword, with a sword. But she's also a dark magic user. She has a lot of magic attack, as you can see. And she gains twice the amount of experience in battle, so she levels up like crazy. So even though she's level 19, she's probably going to surpass people quite quickly. Granted to say her defense is abysmal. And with her being a mage, I don't know if I'm going to have her go really far into it. But as you can see, she has a budding talent for swords, so we're going to be going after that. We're also going to be raising her faith too, because she's actually she's got a really good ability locked behind that as well. So ability wise, it's nothing to write home about yet. Combat arts, she hasn't gotten any. But I do want to give... Yeah, I'm going to give her the magic core. The group flame. Alright, so there's that. Essentially, our little class has grown quite a bit. I was actually concerned if I was actually going to be able to recruit her. Because good night, that was a bit ridiculous.
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Jeralt's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live. If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
As much as I bashed you,
It would seem that your reputation is on the rise. Even Lady Rhea has taken a liking to you. It's a shame I am not in your class, but I suppose I am content with my current arrangement.
Reason. Okay. I doubt that I could ever get that high enough in time. Yeah. There's a... As much as it would seem like a douche move to do it, there's a paralogue with him specifically that Lysithea can actually use. After you finish the paralogue, you get an item. It's actually one of the relics, and Lysithea can actually use it, and it makes her so overpowered. Unfortunately,
Professor,
can't use it.
It seems like you're holding up okay, but I'm worried about Leonie. She really loved Jeralt. I hope she can bounce back.
I'm sure she will be able to.
I'll say a prayer for Jeralt's soul. There's not much else I can do.
Well, I appreciate that.
Oh, Professor, excuse me.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I'll say a prayer.
Oh, no. That's not what I meant to say. Yeah, because that's a D. That's not even a C. Yeah. Wow. I see someone hiding over there.
I haven't lost a parent yet, so I can't even begin to understand how you must be feeling. But even while you're standing still, the world keeps on moving. I always find that oddly comforting.
I guess to each his own in their own way.
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well, I'm glad to see you out in the world again.
It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor?
It would be a shame.
I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church seem reckless.
It does. And look, in the span of one time going around, we've unlocked. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Professor? Do you think we'll still be able to graduate? If dangerous things keep happening around here, who even knows? I'm worried. I hope that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
Yeah, for these kids, they're about to graduate.
Maybe.
So.
When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how unsurprised I was. Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain. That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with Edelgard. I wonder if Edelgard is also... Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore me.
Yeah, she's a bit stuck up, but I don't think she's that crazy. That's a weird description on that. Rare weapons.
Professor, welcome back. We all were... You've been on our minds. Know that your enemies are my enemies. I will do all I can to help you find justice. There is no one else I can... My strength is yours alone. I will fight as you command. I will kill anyone, should you ask it of me.
I'm not even close to being strong enough. I mean, Jeralt was so much stronger than me, but even that's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible. That's how I got through it when I lost my parents. If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
Well, I think anyone would have guessed the eating part and the training.
I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Jeralt? He was so strong.
Even though you're scared, you gotta push through.
You're inspiring, Professor. I'll do my best.
Let's kind of work our way from the back of the dining hall to the front.
I'm so glad you're okay, Professor. I was so worried. Oh, Professor, you must be starving. Mercy and I made some sweets for you. We were thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
Thank you.
Baking sweets is my specialty. I'm sure they'll do the trick. Professor, please lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak. They cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident. Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
No, look, I did not mean to pressure you. Apologies for the misunderstanding.
Professor? What happened to Jeralt? It's terrible. If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my power. We can't let them get away with this.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with Gaspar and Sylvain on the eating. Well, dining together.
Oh, I could eat so much of this stuff. My stomach's growling just thinking about it.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
And as you can see, if you look around, there's not really many places to actually do training, like faculty training. It's because the Knights of Saros are out. They're looking for Jeralt's killer, aka Monica.
Right. I wonder...
So, I'm gonna be...
You've Manuel, we can't. You're a very...
Interesting that he actually has that. I don't remember him having the horse.
I still have much to learn.
And we have nothing as far as something we can do. Because we have done... well, except for one. We've done the choir, we've done all the faculty training, and we've really got two other places we can go. We can go either do the tournament, which I forget honestly what that is. Calendar. An advanced seal. What? Bow tournament? Yeah. Not something I really care for. But you can go back to the dining hall. And we can cook with Mercedes. Let's do fish saute.
I enjoy baking sweets, but I'm not sure how I'll do cooking other types of food. I see. Cooking is much more exciting than studying or training.
There we go. That will be it for this episode as the ding dong happens. Well, yeah, give me 1 sec. We've yet to do this.
Your Highness? Why are you in my room? Sorry, I need to hide in here, just for a while. I'll have you know this is all your fault.
Hide? From who?
It's a girl from the academy.
I'm sorry. It's a what?
This is all because of your insistence that I go and ask a girl out.
You didn't give her a dagger, did you? Is that why you're hiding? Does she have a dagger, Dimitri?
Look, you kept true to your promise to improve your behavior. So I felt it was only right to make good on my side of the bargain, too.
You invited a girl to dinner, and now she's chasing you around. What's the big deal? Unless... Did you use one of my pickup lines? Those words are dangerous in the wrong hands. With me, people know a line's a line and I'm joking. But you... Nobody's ever accused you of being funny.
I clearly underestimated the difficulty of the task. But what do I do now?
Relax, Your Highness. Relax. I'll sort this whole thing out real easy. All we have to do is figure out how to make this girl lose interest in you. And making girls lose interest is what I'm best at. You just wait right there, and I'll fix everything.
It was my naivete that brought this about. I cannot place this immense burden on your shoulders.
This is no job for an amateur. You need a professional's help. Trying to do everything yourself has never served you so well, so just leave this to the master. Even the dagger incident could have been avoided if you had just talked with me beforehand.
There wasn't time for consultation. I only learned she was leaving on the day of her departure.
Whatever you say. The point is, you need to learn to rely on me for these types of things in the future. For now, I got this. And if I ever need help with something you know how to help with, then maybe you can do the same for me.
Sylvain. Very well. When that time comes, I promise to help you as best I can. A knight of Fargus never goes back on his word. Isn't that right? You're a good man, Sylvain. I'm sorry to do this to you. Best of luck.
Please, Your Highness. I've spent years honing my skills for just this situation. Watch and learn.
Oh, come on. You never hear what happens about that. I wanted to see if he's like, good night, that's a bit too much.
Oh, hey Felix.
I suppose your thoughts are still with Lord Lenato.
I'm fine. I'm just frustrated by how little I was able to do. I know he was trying to protect me, but Lenato never really told me anything. In the end, I don't think I understood his feelings at all. You said it yourself. Be more moderate in your passions. To me, he always seemed like a knight out of a story. And I was so caught up in my ideals, I turned a blind eye to his sadness, his hatred, even when they were right in front of me. I guess I'm pretty far from real knighthood, huh?
Perhaps. Yet knowing someone well does not mean you know how they feel, whether family or friend. To know someone's sorrow and turn blindly from it, that is the act of a fool. But pursuing your ideals is not foolish.
But before, you said...
I said to be moderate in your passions, not to abandon your ideals. It's okay to be who you are.
Thank you. Hearing you say that means a lot.
Ah, I almost forgot. You lent me this.
Oh, the book I lent you. I'm guessing you hated it?
Actually, I already knew the story. My brother used to read it to me all the time.
You must have dug up some old feelings, then.
I suppose.
That's just what I'd expect the knight in the story to say. It's not just the way you talk, either. It's who you are as a person, deep down.
Well, I think you're like the squire in the book. He's only half a knight, but he's bold and gregarious. And he always does his best. Don't stop being that half-knight, okay?
You got it. I'll become the kind of knight only I can be.
Ah, Dorothea. What are you doing here?
I was actually waiting to see you.
Were you going to invite me out to dinner? I accept.
Yes, I was. I don't think it would be so bad to share a meal with you from time to time.
How about tonight? I'm busy tomorrow.
That's fine by me. What are you busy with, I wonder? Girls? And more girls?
Isn't it an unwritten rule not to ask about such things? But what a curious turn of events. Have you perhaps got an ulterior motive?
No ulterior motives. If you're worried, we can just pretend this conversation never happened.
No, wait! That's not what I meant. I just don't understand why you want my company now, when you've always been so cold to me. Have you perhaps fallen in love with me?
My stomach just got queasy. You know what? Maybe I'll eat on my own after all.
Fine, fine, I get it. You want someone to chase your loneliness away.
Something like that, yes. If you don't want to, I'll ask someone else.
Don't dream of it. It would be my pleasure, milady. And to be clear, the reason you chose to spend time with me is my family, yes? Or is it my crest? Both? I'm just curious about such things. Say I was a commoner. Would you still have invited me to dinner?
Is this really necessary for a simple dinner invitation? Actually, I have a question of my own. Say I was a hoarse-voiced old hag. Would you still be flirting with me? Would you still want to hold my hand and whisper sweet nothings?
That's a difficult question. I have nothing against mature women, but...
Even if you were an old man, I still would have invited you out. If you were a former noble exiled from his family, or an orphan from the streets, my heart cares not. Just kidding. I just wanted to try saying it. Of course it's better that you have money.
You little... Yeah, that's probably true. So, Dorothea, about that dinner?
It would be an honor to have you join me tonight. And let's not talk about things like this over dinner, okay?
Even if I was an old man or an orphan, huh?
Oh, Caspar, just who I was hoping to see. I have a tiny little request if you have time to help me.
I'm always happy to help. What can I do for you?
That is exactly what I was hoping to hear. Would you mind coming along to my room?
Your room? Okay. This isn't what I had in mind.
Come on, a big, strong guy like you. This is easy. Lift up the cabinet, please. I need to dust behind it.
There's still more to do. Why do you care so much about keeping this place clean? It's just a dorm room.
Were you raised in a stable? Leaving this place a mess wouldn't be fair to the next person who uses it. In fact, I think once we're done with this room, we should clean up your room as well.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have some actual training to do.
Oh, come to think of it, I have a date myself. The fella I'm seeing has quite a charming face, rich family, and I assume a tolerable personality.
Don't you get tired of spending time with all these guys who have tolerable personalities?
Oh, it gets tedious at times. You must listen to them talk, for one thing. But it's important for my future.
That's how I see my training. I guess it's pretty much the same thing.
I don't know if that's a comparison you really want to make.
Why not? Seems about right to me. Sure, I'm a noble, but I'm also a second son. I don't have anything coming to me. Why do you think I'm always training so much? I need to prove myself on the battlefield if I plan on making it anywhere in this world. I know you don't have noble status or wealth, so you're putting in the effort to marry well, right? See? Pretty much the same thing.
I suppose. It would be nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar, I need to get ready for my date. Shall we both agree to work hard for our futures?
Absolutely. I just hope our efforts are worth it.
Oh, that's nice. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.